Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, to Patriots Halftime. Richard Green here and Greg Green.
Hi, Richard.
I'm glad to be back, Greg, after a short vacation last week.
Well, Richard, it's good to have you back here on Patriots Halftime. Unfortunately, you're coming back under not the best of circumstances the way the Patriots are playing today.
Well, today we have a game that the Patriots were predicted to win, and of course we thought there would be no problem. But obviously the Patriots went over to Indianapolis, felt there would be no problem either. And they've really been surprised here so far in the first half as they come in with a 14-6 deficit.
Well, the Patriots beat the Colts in the first game of the season, 33-3, up in New England. The Colts have since gone winless. They are 0-9 this year. The Patriots, of course, with a 6-3 record. We're disappointed in that record, but they've been playing well of late. The Patriots have to win this game today. There's no question about it. They're in a hunt right now for a wild card spot. They're not going to win the division. The Jets are going to be 9-1 after today. There's no way they're going to catch the Jets. They've got four other teams with the same record as the Patriots in the wild card hunt. The Patriots are going to have to win all but one or two of the remaining games, and they certainly can't afford to lose to the winless Colts.
That's right. As you said, at this point in the season, we're now going to be happy with a wild card place in the playoffs because it doesn't appear that anyone's going to catch up with the Jets. And if we don't turn this game around today and win it, then there may be no place in the playoffs at all for us.
Well, that's right, Richard. So right now this game's real important. I was happy to see the defense turned it around in the second quarter. They seemed to come back. They made the big turnover once, although the Patriots immediately, the offense turned the ball back over. But then they stopped the Colts with 2 minutes left in the half, or less than 2 minutes left in the half, and the offense came back and scored a field goal. We get the ball to start the second half, so the score right now is 14-6. If we can score a touchdown when we come out, it's 14-13. And I think if that happens, the Patriots can go away because they'll have the momentum. But if that doesn't happen, if they give up the ball to the Colts, then anything can happen.
Of course, as we're all sadly aware, the Patriots have several key defensive players missing today, most notably Andre Tippett, who was injured in last week's game, is going to be out for about a month. How much do you think that's affecting the Patriots defense today?
Well, I really didn't think it was going to affect the defense that much because Indianapolis hadn't scored more than 14 points in a game this year. They had 90 points in 10 games. However, not only is Andre Tippett out, Nelson's hurting, McGrew is hurting, Sims is out, Gibson's out, McSwain is out. Those are all defensive players. Some of them are starters, and it seems to be affecting the way they're playing right now. They've given up 14 points. As I say, Indianapolis hasn't scored more than 14 this year, so if the Patriots can hold them scoreless in the second half, I'll be pleased. But I think right now we've got to wonder how much of an impact that does have.
I wonder. I think right now we'll go to Scott.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Scott. Welcome to Patriots Halftime.
Hi, Rich.
I want to first of all express my appreciation to you for filling in for me last week during my unfortunate departure from the Patriots Halftime, and I understand you did a fine job. And,
Thanks a lot, Rich. It was my pleasure.
Well, and you also brought the Patriots good luck as they won that game. However, today seems to be a different story, and I'm frankly kind of worried. How about you?
Well, I am too. I'm disgusted. I can't believe this. I mean, the Colts are, without question, the worst team in football. And they aren't even really, I mean, their defense is playing fairly well, but I mean, Jack Trudeau is no great quarterback back there. This is his first year in the league. He's pretty inexperienced, and, he hasn't really looked that good. He's thrown a lot of ducks out there, and they're still ahead 14-6. Patriots have played really poorly when they've had the ball inside the Colts 20, and that's the reason we haven't scored a touchdown yet. I'm real concerned about this game. We lose this game, we're not going to make the playoffs at all.
Well, I'm afraid to say you're right. One thing I've noticed today is that the defense of the Indianapolis Colts seems to be having real good luck rushing Tony Eason, and he's starting to revert to his old ways.
Yeah.
And I don't like to see it, and I'm hopeful that it's not going to continue throughout the second half. But do you think did you sense that was happening as well?
Oh, absolutely. And I don't think Eason is returning to his old ways as much as the offensive line has really the only strong point they've had all season is protecting the passer. And today, coming in against a bunch of stiffs, let's face it, and they're just being blown right by him, the proverbial garden gate. And I think Eason is pretty much doing what he has to do. Here I am defending Tony Eason. Who would believe it? He's just getting rid of the ball rather than taking the sack, and I commend him for that. I think we moved Steve Moore over from his, I believe it's right tackle position to the left tackle position in place of Brian Holloway. Moved Darrell Haley into the right tackle position. I think that's hurt us a lot. Pete Brock, Ron Wooten, Paul Fairchild are getting blown away today. The pressure's coming pretty much from up the middle, and a real poor performance by the offensive line has caused that.
quickly, do you think that the Patriots ought to maintain their passing game, which has given them so much success all season, or should they try to get the running game going
Well,
against this team?
if you'll excuse my language, Richard, to hell with the running game today. Let's win this game, and we've won all season on our passing game. Let's go out and throw the ball. If we throw the ball 50 times today, I don't care. We've got to win this game. Let's just throw the ball downfield. We can do it. We haven't tried to throw the ball deep all day. Let's point out here, bright spot, Greg Beatty. Real good receiving. He dropped the ball, but still he's had a couple of good catches, and he's blocking a lot better than Greg Hawthorne has all season long. So there's a bright spot for us. So if we win this game, that could be big for us. But let's throw the ball downfield. Let's go deep, and we should blow these guys away.
All right, thank you very much, Scott. We'll have to check with our engineers in New York to see if we can leave that language in.
All right, okay, Richard. We'll see you later.
Scott, of course, feels much the same that we do, and we've got to go back to the game, but I think that the momentum started to change there at the end of the first half. I hope that I'm correct, because otherwise we're in for a long afternoon.
Well, as you and I both know, the strength of the Patriots is their defense. The offense has done well this season, but really the Patriots have won because of their defense. That's what they did last year. The defense seemed to come around at the end of the second half, and they started to move. The offense started to move a little bit. So I think that you're right. The momentum seems to change. But I think this initial drive of the Patriots is going to tell a lot. And we also have to remember that not only is the defense missing some key members, but the offense is also. Brian Holloway, he's voted All-Pro every year. We're not necessarily saying he is an All-Pro, is out of the lineup today. And we've really noticed a lot of pressure on Tony Eason. He's had more pressure than I would say than any game this year by far. Secondly, Craig James, their All-Pro running back, is out. There's two key performers in the offense that are out. Mostly Tupu's too old. There's no question about it. He's a key performer on special teams, and I think he's an inspirational leader on the team. But he certainly is too old to be the starting fullback for this team right now, and I think you're seeing that today. So right now I would say that the offense is going to have to overcome these things, and they're going to have to get out to a quick start. If they can go out and score the first time they touch the ball, then it's up to the defense. And then I think the Patriots, if they play the way that they're supposed to, can take control of this game.
Let's hope that the offensive line can give Tony Eason some protection in the second half so that he can do his thing.
Well, you're right, Richard. And the key thing that we have to remember is the Patriots can't lose this game. If a loss today, well, I would say basically eliminates the Patriots from the playoffs unless they come back and win the remaining games, and I think that's a long shot, especially if they lose today.
Thanks a lot, Greg.
All right.